Hey everybody, this is David Skarica, stock chart of the day. I guess it's 124, January 24th, 2024. I guess all the 24th of the month are going to be fun to do videos this year. Especially next month, 2/24/24. Anyhow, yeah, so today's gonna be really short. I got a cool video below, and I'm gonna do I'm just about to take my walk to the beach. And I got a really cool video. That I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do my video on the beach today. This video. It's Wednesday when I'm doing this. So this one I'll probably put out Friday or on the weekend. I'm gonna show you kind of the path I take. It's a very rustic path, kind of through the bush. I take to the beach. It's about up about 150 foot hill, about a quarter of a mile to the beach. So it's not the easiest, walk in the world. It's not like some little pleasant stroll type deal. Okay. To say the least. Anyhow, so I'll show that. But anyhow, the one I did on the beach, I'm gonna do another video on Thursday where I kind of like do that legendary trader series. So that kind of talks about why the guy I cover, his name's John Rambo Malden. It's kind of like my favorite trader of all time. Why I think he's kind of personality wise the most similar person I've ever seen in these kind of documentaries to myself. Not that I'm as successful him as or anything, but so. Anyhow, this is NFL X Netflix, just to get into it today. So of course we're going to talk a little bit more about earnings plays. We'll talk about companies or earnings. This is kind of the first big tech stock with the earnings, and we've seen the last two quarters actually. Now Netflix has done very well, gapped up each time. So what's happened is, of course, they've restricted. I used to have a Netflix account. I don't have it anymore. To be honest with you, I think most of the stuff on there is garbage. I don't watch it anymore. I did like that series, The Crown, but I just look at all the crap on there. I like YouTube. I stream a lot of music. I stream a lot of podcasts, financial, football, etc. So YouTube is kind of my thing. It's easy just to use YouTube, on my smart TV. So I like YouTube, and then I watch sports. So I use Fubo and a couple other services, DAZN, whatever. So anyhow, I don't really like Netflix, but a lot of people obviously use it, obviously. And only reason I kept it around though is because I had 4 people using my account, all from everywhere, from the Bahamas to the US to Canada. And then when they restricted that sharing the accounts, I was kind of like, well, I don't watch it myself. These people can't share it with me anymore. I'm out. So anyhow, you can see in 2022, Netflix had an absolutely rotten year. And again, this kind of does vouch for the philosophy of buying stocks when they start getting towards that 70-75% below their all-time highs. Now, sometimes they can drop more, but this was a mainstream stock, and this stock was down like 75% from its highs. I probably should have followed my own advice in this regard and started buying it. But I wouldn't buy it here, obviously. But you can see, because people were kind of cutting their Netflix subscriptions because they'd binge watched it. All the shows out there in 2020 and 2021. So it kind of collapsed. But now it's kind of come back. Because again, this kind of making people, have to buy accounts because they can't share is helping the subscriber base. I guess they have, they continue to come out with content. Like I was saying, it's a lot of junk on there, but there's a lot of stand-up comedy shows. There are a lot of things on there worth watching. And, even though and of course they've upped the prices too, it also helps their margin. So anyhow, Netflix kind of has this blow up quarter. You can see here's the press release, here's the thing here. Shows that there's the subscribers surged. Net additions were like 30 million. And you can see 13.2 subscriber additions, and beat their estimate of 9. So the stock is way up on that news, etc., etc. So Netflix blow up quarter to start the earnings. Of course, tech stocks are rallying on the news. We'll look at the QQQ, new all-time high for the QQQ. It's up almost 1% today. So kind of continuing this tech rally. So of course that gives hopes that the other Magnificent Seven, or the Magnificent Seven in general, will continue to have excellent earnings. We've got all of them coming up. Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, etc. Amazon's breaking out to a new high as well. So Netflix blowout corner, you know, like I'm not really into the Netflix thing anymore myself personally. But again, it kind of just show you another example of buying pessimism. If you had missed out on that Netflix rally of the last 10 years, you know, you could have waited patiently for some big decline to happen. And again, it shows patience. You know, one thing I talk about or I've talked about recently in some of those walk on the beach videos is how I just would like to find a couple good deals every few years, put my money in, wait for them to turn around, sell them, take my profit, and then wait for another deal. You know, that's kind of my new philosophy, you know, on all this stuff. And you know, and I think a lot of stuff in between is noise. So anyhow, so again, watch my other video. It's kind of, again, I talk about why I like that trader. I talk about the NFL playoffs. I talk about weather here in the Bahamas, and maybe if you do want to come on vacation, the best months to, you know, come. So it's kind of like a more laid back video, not talking a lot about investing. So, but Netflix blowout quarter. And yeah, we'll have our legendary trader series tomorrow, Thursday. And then we'll look at a couple other things going forward. Thanks. Bye.